You use your heat protectant religiously. You never skip a conditioning treatment. You're pretty sure your straight hair routine is flawless. But what if I told you that some of those so-called healthy habits are secretly tacking a decade onto your look? You think you're preserving your hair, but you might be fast-forwarding the clock. Today, I'm exposing the 5 most common straight hair mistakes that make you look older, and I'll show you how to hit reverse with simple fixes you can start right now. Let's be real, our hair changes as we get older. It's just a part of life. The growing phase of our hair cycle shortens up, and some follicles just decide to retire, stopping production of new hair altogether. This can make our hair feel less dense. At the same time, individual strands can get smaller in diameter, making everything feel finer. To top it all off, our scalp's oil production, its built-in moisturizer, slows way down, especially after 40. For those of you with straight hair, these changes are front and center, showing up as dullness, dryness, and a total lack of volume. But here's the thing. It's not always just nature taking its course. A lot of the time, it's our own daily habits, the ones we've had for years, that are no longer doing our hair any favors. We're going to break down 5 of those habits right now. First up, let's talk about what happens in the shower. I'm talking about the wrong washing schedule. And this one's tricky because you can get it wrong in 2 ways: by overwashing and by underwashing. For straight hair, finding that perfect sweet spot is everything, and that spot definitely changes as we age. People with straight hair tend to get oily faster, so it's tempting to fall into the trap of washing it every single day. On the other hand, some of us, terrified of dryness, go way too long between washes, maybe just once or twice a month. Both are aging you. Let's start with washing too much. When you shampoo every day, you're stripping your scalp of its natural oils. And as we just covered, your scalp is already producing less of that good stuff as you get older. Stripping away what little it has leaves you with dry, brittle hair that's way more likely to get frizzy and break. It can make your hair look dull and wiry, and that's a dead giveaway of older-looking hair. Now, what about not washing enough? When you wait too long, all that oil, plus dead skin cells and product, builds up on your scalp. This greasy gunk weighs your hair down right from the root, making it look flat, limp, and calling extra attention to any thinning. A flat, oily style doesn't just look sparse. It can actually drag down your facial features, adding years in an instant. For most people with aging straight hair, the sweet spot is washing every 2 to 3 days. This is frequent enough to stop that greasy buildup, but still gives your scalp time to produce the natural oils that keep your hair moisturized. When you do wash, reach for a gentle moisturizing shampoo that cleanses without stripping everything. Think of it as hitting the reset button for your scalp to keep it balanced, which is the foundation for healthy, youthful-looking hair. The second habit we're breaking is using the wrong kinds of products. I'm looking at you, heavy serums, thick creams, and goopy oils that we glob on to try and fix dryness. So you feel some dryness, and you reach for a thick, silicone-heavy serum or a rich hair butter, thinking you're giving your hair the drink of water it needs. While those products might make your hair feel smooth for a minute, they are way too heavy for fine or thinning straight hair. The product coats the hair, weighing it down until it's plastered to your head, looking greasy, flat, and even thinner than it really is. That total lack of volume is one of the most aging things a hairstyle can have. Worse, some of these heavy products build up on the scalp, clogging your follicles and getting in the way of healthy growth. You're basically trading a moment of shine. For hair that looks permanently limp, the solution is to think lightweight hydration. Ditch the heavy stuff and look for leave-in conditioners, mists, and oils that are specifically made to be weightless. Here's a pro tip. Look for oils that are crystal clear. They're less likely to weigh your hair down. Apply these products mostly from the mid-lengths to the ends and stay away from the root area. And please, don't forget your scalp. Using a lightweight scalp serum with nourishing ingredients can create a healthy environment for new growth, tackling the problem at the source, instead of just masking it. This next one is a biggie for anyone with straight hair who craves that glass-like finish. We need to talk about the daily addiction to the flat iron. The problem is, every single morning you pass that high-heat iron over your hair, chasing a pin-straight, perfectly polished look. Daily high-heat styling is one of the absolute worst things you can do to your hair. Every time that hot tool touches your hair, it causes the moisture inside the strand to literally evaporate. You can see it as steam. That's your hair's hydration going up in smoke. This repeated damage makes hair brittle, dehydrated, and way more prone to split ends and breakage. Fried, damaged ends will make your hair look unkempt and older in a heartbeat. Even with a great heat protectant, you're still clamping your hair with intense heat. Over time, this can change the very texture of your hair, making it coarse and wiry, which ironically mimics the texture changes that come with age anyway. Plus, that super flat no-volume style can be really harsh. It drags the face down and makes any thinning more obvious. Because there's no body or movement to create an illusion of fullness, it's all about moderation. First, give your hair a break. try air drying a couple of times a week. When you do use a flat iron, you don't need to crank it to the highest setting. I know it might go up to 450 degrees, but for most fine to medium hair, around 350 is plenty. And always use a quality heat protectant. Instead of aiming for that stiff pin straight look, try for a softer finish with a little natural movement and a slight bend at the ends. That softness is so much more youthful than severe, flat lines. Okay, let's talk about the cut itself. For decades, a lot of you were told that long one-length straight hair was the peak of sophistication. But as we get older, that same cut can start working against us. The problem is when you've been rocking the same long, blunt, one-length cut for years. No layers, no texture, just a solid curtain of hair. As hair naturally thins, a one-length cut makes it look even thinner. With no layers, all the weight is at the bottom, which pulls the hair down, makes the top look flat, and highlights a widening part. That heavy curtain of hair literally pulls your facial features down with it. It's a style that has zero movement or body, and those are the key ingredients for a vibrant, youthful look. Sticking with an outdated style just because it's familiar is one of the easiest ways to date yourself. The solution? Embrace layers. Seriously, this might be the single most effective change you can make. Soft, strategically placed layers create the illusion of volume and movement, making hair look instantly thicker and fuller. Styles like a layered lob, a soft shag, or even just long face-framing layers can be incredibly flattering. They remove that dragging weight, add bounce, and draw the eye upward, giving your whole face a lift. Talk to your stylist about a modern cut that works with your hair's new texture. You'd be amazed what a few soft curtain bangs can do. Our final habit is a little more psychological. It's not a specific tool or product, it's a mindset. It's the habit of fighting against your hair's natural evolution. You've had silky straight hair your whole life. But now, you're noticing some weird waves, a coarser feel, or wiry grays that refuse to lie flat. Your gut reaction is to fight back harder with more heat, more products, and more straightening. Here's something a lot of people don't realize. As we age, the shape of our hair follicles can actually change, which changes our hair's texture. Straight hair can suddenly develop a wave, and gray hairs are a whole different story. They're often much coarser. When you refuse to accept this and just double down on trying to force your hair to be straight, you're fighting a losing battle. You're putting your already fragile hair through a cycle of damage, which leads to breakage and dullness. Trying to make your hair something it isn't anymore just makes it look tired and overprocessed. The solution is to work with your hair's new texture. Don't work against it. This doesn't mean you have to give up and let it do whatever it wants. It means being smart. But let's cut the BS. You can't expect your hair to look the same as it did in your 20s. At 40, your hair ages just like your body, sometimes even faster. If you see a wave popping up, try enhancing it with a light texturizing spray instead of flattering it into submission. Texturizing spray can be used to either enhance a movement or tame the movement. Then finish it off with a lightweight hair serum, and if your hair is fine, rather look for a shine spray. But always remember, a hair serum or shine spray is not an aftercare product, it's a finishing product. So don't overdo it. If your grays are coarse, focus on deep conditioning treatments to soften them up. A great stylist can give you a cut that actually flatters your new texture, using a layers cut to encourage a wave or a razor cut to soften coarse strands. Embracing your hair's journey reduces damage and usually leads to a style that looks more effortless, modern, and genuinely you. So, there you have it. 5 straight hair habits that might be making you look older. From your washing schedule and heavy products to the flat iron addiction, a dated haircut, and fighting your hair's natural changes. The big takeaway here is that what worked for your hair a decade or two ago probably isn't what's best for it today. The secret to youthful, gorgeous hair as we age is all about adapting. It's about choosing lightweight moisture, creating soft movement, and embracing the beautiful way your hair evolves. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 5 habits did you see yourself in? Drop a comment below, let's chat about it. And if you found this helpful and want more tips to keep your hair looking amazing at any age, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss what's next. We've added an email address in the description. If you have any issues you'd rather not discuss in the comments, just shoot us an email. We're here to help. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.